Hey man, my content's for educational purposes only. Can't stress enough for you guys to do your own research. Praise my content, throw in the comments any areas you find. None of us have been alive long enough to know what transpired in the past, and none of us can live long enough to know what there is to learn. Yeah, so I wanted to share an idea, an opinion, a thought that came to my mind earlier today. You know, um, and that is, man, when you look back at the 60s and 70s, for those of us that are familiar with the recent history, what, when you think about, for those of us that know about things that transpired, on all the things that took place in those 2 decades, what do you feel as though made us such a threat to white supremacy? I'm going to tell you what my interpretation and opinion is of that in this video. First of all, anybody that's, consciously aware of the things that are transpiring and that have been transpiring in society for as long as I've been here. I've been here since the mid-70s, you know what I mean? But one thing I've noticed throughout my life is that we've gotten progressively away from who we are. And as we progressively deviate from who we are, we continue to lose progressively. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, if you reflect back into the 60s and 70s, our women were proud of their hair, their complexion. They wasn't trying to be or look like somebody they're not. They wore their own hair. They took care of their own hair so it would grow. They took pride in how they looked. They had self-respect, dignity, a moral fiber, and they stood for something. And they definitely supported the men in their lives. Now, compare and contrast to the men. Yeah, of course you had addicts, pushers, pimps, you had the whole gambit. But at the end of the day, you had enough of us that stood for, cared about, and done for our people. People that look like us. We wasn't so preoccupied with trying to get up underneath the Caucasian's ass. Nowadays it seems as though everybody and they mammy, with the exclusion of whomever. I'm not getting into ratios or percentages or nothing like that. I'm just saying the overwhelming, majority or either consciously or unconsciously, doing the things to benefit and progress themselves to getting up underneath of the Caucasian. What do I mean by that? All the things, well, I mean, it depends on your demographic, but the things I see is, you know, people doing everything but what's going to benefit us collectively. Everything but what's going to, propel us towards putting ourselves back on the map as it relates to the world stage. Ownership. For those that believe in the government, implementing our own into the realm of politics, so that way we would have people there advocating for us. And I'm just saying, this is a way to begin to get things for us, because if you've been paying attention, and I'm gonna get off this political thing because I'm not a supporter of it. I'm really not a supporter of it, not in the state that it's in and that it's been in. Anyway, everybody that runs for anything, they make all these promises, and they say they're going to do this and they're going to do that. Then as soon as they get in there, they fall in line underneath the European, and advocate for their endeavors as if they wasn't in our face the whole time trying to secure that vote. Anyway, that's just one aspect of it. But you got too many, way too many, still, making their system, giving their system life, doing everything, all the things that perpetuate their system. We are in support of it. We're not in support of each other. We're not in support or in advocacy of things that are going to directly benefit us. And as I stated at the beginning, in my opinion, it just makes it easier for those that oppose us to get to and through us via the things that we consume, whether that be orally or monetarily, the diet wise. We're not, focusing on, eating properly based upon our genetic makeup. Our audible diet, trash. It's no wonder why you got men in their 50s going on their 60s, mid to late 40s, running around like, they ain't made no growth or, had no growth and maturity in the last, 20 to 30 years. It don't make no difference to me who like it and who don't. I'm just speaking on what I see. No, I'm not better than nobody else. I'm just thinking it's just a thought, and it depends on your level of perception, how you see what I'm saying. I just see that over the years, they've been, able to do the things that they would have never been able to do had we, on a collective level, honored our foremothers and forefathers. We can't even get together and do nothing. Nobody has originality anymore. Everybody's doing trying to do what everybody else is doing. Come on. And even in overlooking that, I don't know, man. it's this is why, I choose to stay off in my own universe, man. I just see shit. I see shit. I notice shit. I feel shit. I identify shit. And some would argue that I'm just wasting my breath. But come on, man, like, we are not them. And it don't matter how buddy, Joe familiar, whatever the case we get with them, they're not going to support us. If they were going to support us, they would already be supporting us. And ain't nobody got to think like I think. Ain't nobody got to, buy into the dialogue, the monologue that I'm giving you right now. All I'm saying is, you analyze it for yourself. And you tell me if any of what I'm saying makes sense to you. Everybody's, buying these products to put in their head, on their scalp, women. They putting all this fake shit in their head, everybody's a blonde now. And I'm not knocking nobody. All I'm saying is, where's the self-identity at? Where's the pride in who and what you are? I don't see that being, I don't see that being, visible. And don't get me wrong, like, I always say in these videos, I didn't always think like I do today. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, man, I know it's beyond a belief. I know that the natural course of things is to evolve, learn. Yeah, you're going to stumble and fall, get back up, extract the lesson and elevate, evolve, get better, do better. It's not, it was never for us to help perpetuate the pressure of their thumb on our necks. But again, every one of their sanctioned holy days, whatever the fuck you want to call them, we in total and complete support of. I wonder how many of our days, once we know about it and decide to, because it's crazy. It's like I've seen it before. You see it all online. Other people have spoke on it. If it's not some type of trauma indigenous to us, people bypass it. So, just my thoughts, people. Just my thoughts. I think due to a lack of self-identity and a lack of knowledge of the past, things that have transpired and ultimately led to the condition that we find ourselves in on a collective level today. I just don't see, how collectively we're going to be able to escape our condition, and approach taking our rightful places back. See, a lot of people will probably look at me crazy because I say that. And if you are one of those people that's looking at me crazy because I say that, that just lets me know how ignorant you are of your own history, of your own identity, who and what you are, as opposed to who and what you were told and taught to believe you are. But again, man, these are just my thoughts, and I felt compelled to share them. You know, you know, not to mention, all of the extracurricular activities that go on in and amongst each other. Calling, in attempts to bring one another down or hold one another down or to thwart any, perceived progress, from your fellow man or woman. All the women is catty with each other. All the brothers, fuck that nigga. I don't know that nigga. You know what I mean? And that is exactly why we are in the circumstances that we're in. I'll be honest with y'all, man. And I know a lot of people that claim conscious or woke or whatever the case is more cliche than anything. And I know people have feelings. People have unresolved feelings. So, sometimes, what another individual external to yourself or somebody else is going to bother other people. Who the fuck he think he is? This, that, and the third, I don't see no progress coming from that at all. At all. Then you see it all the time. We'll go and support everybody that don't look like us. Then soon somebody that look like us, bring a service or a product to the forefront. You trying to talk the man down off his price. When we don't do that to them other folk. I've seen it, you've seen it. So like I said, man, I just wanted to share this with whomever is watching. And if you have any thoughts on it, put it in the comments, man. Let's dialogue. If not, man, just watch the movie. You tell me if I'm lying. Other than that, man, y'all be easy. Do what you got to do for you. Stay safe. And whenever necessary, stay dangerous. Catch y'all.